Coming up on this edition of Carolina Insider, fostering a furry friend might be the perfect way to kick off the fall.
It's just brought back that kind of childhood joy of just having a little animal running around.
How the Carolina Band is preparing to bring the mighty sound of the Southeast to the Big Apple. But first, with early voting underway, many eligible young voters will not get their votes in. Carolina Insider starts now.
Hello, and thank you for joining us. I'm Mary Grace Copeland. Our top story today, thousands of young adults from South Carolina won't have a say in next week's election, even though they would have been 18 in time to vote. The state is required to give information on voting when someone goes to the DMV, but roughly 17,000 teenagers didn't get the information they were supposed to. The American Civil Liberties Union sued, but has lost the case on appeal. Despite those lost votes, South Carolinians are still breaking voting records. Statewide, more than 125,000 residents cast their ballots on the first day of early voting, almost doubling the 70,000 voter turnout in the 2022 race for governor. Here at the university, folks have been heading to the Blatt PE Center to cast their ballots early. It's one of 7 early voting stations around Richland County, providing easy access for people on or near campus.
It's also great to vote early because that gets the election results in quicker in some states, not at all.
Still need to vote? If you're registered in Richland County, the Blatt PE Center will be open from 8:30 to 6 p.m. until this Saturday. Just down the road, changes are coming to Willie B over the next few years. The USC Board of Trustees has approved the start of the Williams-Brice Development Project. Phase 1 renovations, including premium suites and club seats, are estimated to cost roughly $200 million. With the addition of the new suites, South Carolina is projected to generate over $5 million additional dollars in annual revenue.
After a year-long fundraising campaign, the Carolina Band is prepared to hit the road, heading from Williams-Brice to the Big Apple. Here with more on that in today's Cocky Spotlight is Clarissa Meier. Clarissa?
That's right, Mary Grace. The mighty sound of the Southeast is about to get loud in Manhattan. In less than a month, the Carolina Band will perform at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. But first, they gave a Big Apple sneak peek this past Saturday. Their dress rehearsal started on Green Street, marching on to the State House. Some supporters walked alongside the parade, while others found a spot to relax and enjoy the show. Being one of 4 collegiate bands chosen, this will be the first time in the band's history to perform in the parade. Kirk Randazzo has been the voice of the Carolina Band for 10 years.
Is just around the corner, but that excitement, I think, is just off the charts, and the students are just ready to go and showcase who they are and what they do.
They may sound like they're ready to hit the road, but financially, they still have some work to do. The band is about $200,000 short of their $645,000 fundraising goal. The university is not funding the trip. If you want to donate, you can check out the band's crowdfunding page. After performing in Manhattan, they will take a bus back down south for the rivalry USC-Clemson football game. Back to you in the studio, Mary Grace.
Thanks, Clarissa. A local nonprofit is looking for a different kind of help, and USC students are often there to answer the call. Carolina Insider's Aaron Smith is here to explain.
Meet Mr. Magoo. This blind yet playful Siamese cat is easing into a new home, a foster home. Mr. Magoo is about 7 years old and was surrendered to Final Victory Animal Rescue this year. Kylie Mears and Katie Hoyle are seniors at the University of South Carolina and have opened their home to Mr. Magoo. This is the second cat that the two have fostered, and for them, fostering helps bring back good memories while away at college.
It's just brought back that kind of childhood joy of just having a little animal running around.
I've grown up around animals, so having one here, it's kind of like a piece of home.
Mr. Magoo will be staying with Katie and Kylie until he finds his forever home.
And lots of pets like Mr. Magoo here are finding themselves in Carolina college homes.
The national database, Shelter Animals Count, records the number of animals that are brought into shelters and categorizes them by region. As you can see here, the South Atlantic region has the most animal intakes across the country. This region groups South Carolina with other coastal states spanning Delaware to Florida. With so many animals in the region winding up in shelters, shelters like Final Victory operate constantly at full capacity. Fostering gets animals out of the shelters temporarily so that more spaces are open for incoming pets. Final Victory Animal Rescue is about 3 miles from the University of South Carolina's campus, and cat foster coordinator Riley Fogler says most of their fosters are USC students.
The only reason that our rescue functions as well as it does is because we are in close proximity to a college campus.
Some students are compelled to foster to accrue service hours, and others just have a love for pets. But whatever the reason, students are making a difference in crowded rescue animal communities. For Carolina Insider, I'm Erin Smith.
Finally today, we all know how Hurricane Helene has impacted neighbors far and near. What you may not know is that DoorDash has created a restaurant disaster relief fund to help support local businesses. Restaurants can apply for a $10,000 grant to help keep them afloat. The grant can contribute to operating costs like rent, inventory, supplies, and utilities. You can donate on the DoorDash website. That's it for this edition of Carolina Insider, a student production here in the Kennedy Greenhouse Studio in the School of Journalism and Mass Communications. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here Friday.